Nikola Jokic is a fraud. The Philadelphia 76ers force a game 7, and the New York Knicks whoop the Atlanta Hawks. And this is my cousin. Go ahead and let people know.
Dial it back.
Who is you? Who is you?
This is Matt, the only one in the family with ball knowledge. Yeah, the only one in the family with ball knowledge. Not a Kobe fan. Not a Wade Glazer. Not a Heat fan, which is crazy. Yeah, I'm here to talk some ball.
Yeah, we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. This guy's a capper. On with the show. The 6th-seeded Minnesota Timberwolves defeat the 3rd-seeded Denver Nuggets 110-98, closing out the series in 6 games and advancing to the second round. Let's talk about it.
Gun to your head, name one Nugget player that played good the entire series.
Is that an exaggeration? Not necessarily, because let's talk about it. Missing Anthony Edwards. He's still dead. Missing Dante DiVincenzo. Not having slow-mo Kyle Anderson. And you still cannot defeat Julius Randle, Naz Reid, Minnesota Timberwolves.
Kyle Anderson was injured?
Yeah. I don't remember what the injury is, but he wasn't in today. And missing Ayu Adesumo. I said his name wrong.
Ayu Adesumo. That was no
Ayu
game time one.
Yes.
Nuggets obviously were missing Aaron Gordon, their best wing, probably their second best defender, and then Peyton Watson, their best defender. But come on.
I mean, we can't even compare it though. Missing Anthony Edwards.
I can't. No, when it was just Anthony Edwards and DiVincenzo, I was looking at it like, okay, they lost their two, arguably best offensive options. And the Wolves lost their 2 best offensive options, and then Denver lost their 2 best defensive options. I'm like, okay, you know what? It's in favor of Denver. And then they lose Kyle Anderson. Then they lose Al Dasumu after 2 legacy games, or 2 legacy games.
Yeah.
And they still lose. They still lose.
You know, when I was watching this,
played well. Mm-hmm.
I felt like it was just one of those games where you kind of start to remember why the Minnesota Timberwolves still have Mike Conley. You know, sure, they did trade him during right before the deadline, but they got him back and they did it for a reason. Because days like this, where you have no Edwards, you're missing slow-mo. I know he's not the best player in the world, but damn it, he's a leader for that team. He helps run the offensive engine and handle some of the responsibilities of Julius Randle and all those guys. And then today, Mike Conley, he just showed how he's just such a seasoned vet, the miles under his belt, playing in the playoff atmosphere environments. They felt comfortable with him out on the court, I thought, today. And it showed.
He was damn near calling all their plays. And then when he wasn't on the court, Chris Finch had to do it. Had to put guys in different spots and stuff like that. I didn't catch that detail until they pointed it out. And I'm like, damn, this dude really is just standing up there. He looked just as tired as the damn other team, But no, Mike Conley was just a good vet presence. He kept trying to draw calls, nothing against people, trying to take screens, take charges and stuff like that. But Mike Conley's just solid out there, honestly.
I mean, sure, he was flopping a little bit out there. I'm not gonna lie.
A little bit. I'm not gonna put it past him. But
when you're 6 foot, one thing I noticed today is not only is he so small, which I knew he was small, but how short his wingspan is. A lot of times, guys who are 6 foot and under, they're small, but their wingspan makes up for it. His wingspan isn't necessarily a larger wingspan for someone his height. I'm very surprised, especially considering how good he is at defense, or at least in his prime.
Yeah. But Mike Conley, he was fine. But I think outside Jaden McDaniels, I think the real unsung hero, Shannon Jr., gets active at that rim.
He's explosive.
You see him go from 15 foot, just one step, just cocked it back.
Yamming on dudes.
And then just any other time, I remember at the end of the game, he had the dagger and one, literally sealed it. He explosive. He's not the best defender, but he's literally just explosive to the rim. And part of that's Denver's due to rim protection, but also we'll get to that later. But no one can really stay in front of him either, even though they knew what he was gonna do.
Oh no! And then they're purposely getting the mismatch with Jamal Murray. It's just come on.
Yeah,
Jamal Murray's not guarding nobody.
That was at the. That's why the whole time I realized, man, Wolves aren't even trying. They're not even hunting Murray. But then that last 5 minutes straight,
Jaden McDaniels.
Jamal Murray. Do you know how bad you got to? Okay, you know how bad defensively you got to be for them to go after you and not Jokic? Do you know how? Okay, obviously 2 different positions.
Wait, easy on my boy Jokic.
You know how livid I would be? Okay, listen, Jokic defense. I think on a good day it's average. On a bad day, it's what we saw this entire series. But
Right, right.
oh man, if I'm Jamal, I would be like embarrassed. Like they're not even going after like obviously they're going after the rim, but they're
Yeah.
literally getting Jamal in action, not even getting Gobert and Jokic to do that stuff. But I would be embarrassed, especially towards the end of that game, the end of that stretch.
But this is the new
Can't
NBA,
have it happen.
where it's like you just can't have an undersized guard on the court unless he's gonna be having a dominant performance offensively. And Jamal Murray, he just what 6'1", 6'2" on a good day. They're just bullying him on the
I
offensive
think
on
six
the
four.
defensive side of the court, and there's not a whole lot he can do about it. And his shot's not going, so he's not making up for his deficiencies at all. It's just
Yo,
really
Jamal's
bad
6'4".
performance.
Golly,
6'4". He looks small out there.
golly. True. Now, my biggest concern was his offense, and I'm not gonna lie. Not even this game, like this entire series, and trailing back to the 2024 series, like, he is he this dumb? Is he like genuinely asking? I swear he wasn't. I tried to pay extra attention. He wasn't trying to find a mismatch. Like, am I crazy? Look, in his head, this is what he said. You know
Yeah,
what? If they're gonna beat us, it's because Jaden McDaniels and Gobert played good ass defense. That's the only answer I'm gonna take.
correct.
Well, you doomed us. You literally doomed us. He didn't go for any. He should have gone for Mike Conley. He should have gone for Shannon Jr. He kept getting off
Correct.
ball screens, and Jaden McDaniels kept chasing him around it. And then when he finally gets something free, he hesitates. Like he'll look left, he'll look right.
It's
Oh,
surprising.
where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Is he behind me? Is he behind me? Oh, he's not behind me? Okay, let me fade away into him. Oh, is that Gobert in front of me? Layup right on him. What?
Yeah.
I was
No, nasty stuff. And Denver losing
was
today is
losing my
especially weird
mind.
because going into the game, Cameron Johnson, who's been really horrendous all season long, was amazing.
started playing
He started off the game 4 for 4. I think he had 14 points in the first half. I look up at the then I look up at the scoreboard and they're only up by 1.
Yeah,
Mind you, they're third or fourth option with Aaron Gordon out.
it's popping off. When Cam Johnson's playing confident, he's actually like really like good. Like when he's initiating, like I wanted the ball in his hands way more. Like as a decision
Yeah,
maker, as like
for
going
sure.
downhill, like it was just nice. He was good in the mid range. Like the three was, it was okay. But I like the ball in his hands more than like
I liked what I saw for him.
Jamal. The only other person who I was fine with initiating the offense, bro. I think Tyus Jones needed way more minutes this series. I'm not gonna lie. Like
But that's the thing, though. I wish I could agree with you, but again, he's so small. They're just gonna pick on him.
but
You saw what Jaden
he was
McDaniels did to
navigating.
6'4" Jamal Murray. Now, imagine Tyus
Yeah,
Jones.
yeah,
He's
but
gonna
like,
cook him.
yeah, but like, he was navigating screens way better than Christian Brown, for example, who Denver paid 125 million for, and then just couldn't play defense. Like he,
That's fair.
I forgot who he was guarding because they were all just popping off.
Yeah,
Julius Randle, he kept getting inside.
it's weird. The Nuggets 2-man game just really wasn't working for them, and that's kind of their bread and butter. When things don't work out, when everything else is a shit show, they just spam Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic 2-man game, and they somehow win. They always pull it off.
I ain't gonna lie.
And
You know what?
go.
Jokic might be he might be. This is even a bad thing, but he might be a DHO a merchant. He might be a DHO merchant.
We got all-time greatest DHO merchants now.
Bro,
Big
I'm really
2026.
looking at it. I'm really looking at it. He's like, okay, I don't want to pick up my dribble. Hey, someone just go all the way around me, and then they just weren't doing anything with it. Like I think he should have like I don't know. Especially with Jamal. Jamal wasn't getting a mismatch on him. He should have been going after Mike Conley. Should have been going after Shannon. When he did, he was scoring. But when Jaden McDaniels is hunting you, then like literally that's what the Wolves are doing. They put Jamal Murray in mismatch. Like I'm thinking back to like the Celtics Mavericks finals where they got Luka in every action, like no matter what, because they were switching everything. Like they just did it. At least with Jokic, like Jokic has to go after Gobert. Like he's not going
Yeah.
to find a way to get someone else on him. Jamal has all these other options to go after. He just wasn't doing it.
Thought the game season, what we've seen from the Denver Nuggets is Jamal Murray's inconsistent as usual. They only win when Nikola Jokic is having these virtuoso 45 point, even 50 point triple double performances. And when you look at the stats,
mind you,
yeah,
Jamal
this is
was
their
a
worst
candidate.
clutch time season during the Nikola Jokic era. And it makes me wonder, is their time done? Or is this a coaching problem? What's changed? Because on paper, if you look at the roster, they've improved. They replaced MPJ with Cameron Johnson. They got Bruce Bond back. They have a Tim Hardaway Jr. He's even playing well. I know they're missing Peyton Watson and Aaron Gordon's been out the lineup, but they somehow managed to pull it off last season. So what is the big deal at this time? Especially with no Anthony Edwards.
That's the biggest nail scratcher. Man, they got no Ant-Man. We don't got a game plan for him. Oh, Adesumu pops off. Oh, Adesumu's out. We got it this time. And then Jay McDaniels the mismatch runs. As for what you said, I think like that 12-game like win streak like really had people thinking they were going to go into it hot. And then I don't want to use like excuse, but like when you just don't play like after it was like a week break, then they just lost all forms of momentum. But you trail back to that game 2 second quarter when they were up by, they was up by 20, like 5, I think at some point, and then 11-0 run the minute like Jokic is off, and then just hasn't been the same since. Game 3 was, the 26 shot, 27 points from Jokic game. Mm-hmm. The next one, Jamal had like 30 on like okay efficiency. As for like the roster as a whole, I don't know if it's I don't like blaming coaches because like again, you can do things perfectly and then, it still doesn't work out. But Adelman, yeah,
he might not be the one.
I don't know. I don't know if he's.
Do you see that clip?
I like
of him pressing that reporter.
I haven't seen that clip actually. Or no, I think I heard about it. Wasn't he was like, man, our defense ain't the problem. It's because they're scoring more. Some shit like that.
Yeah, he said something like, you think offense doesn't matter? And the reporter goes, yeah, I never said that. But anyways, and then goes on with the question. It's weird. Edelman has this like weird, petty, nonchalant behavior from him. And I just don't think he's necessarily earned like the attitude yet.
That's that math teacher, mood. I don't know. I can't explain it, but yeah, Aaron Gordon being out and them having like no like wing defender. Because I don't know if you saw this, bro. They had Gobert at the 5, Randall at the 4, and then Naz Reid playing small forward. And then what was the response? Tim Hardaway Jr., Tyus Jones, Bruce Brown. What?
What are we doing?
Let's go even smaller. And the fact that no one can shoot, that's the best idea I've ever possible, because Jokic is really their only big body. Like I saw Zeke Naji get minutes, I saw Jonas Valanciunas get minutes, but then once the game got too close to where it's like, if we're gonna lose, I'm gonna have Jokic play the entire second half. Jokic played the entire second half, but again, the Timberwolves played really good despite being undermanned. But it's like this Nuggets team, Christian Brown, dude. I saw he had 3 points the entire game. I literally remember which bucket that was. I remembered which one that was in the first quarter, and then just foul trouble, and then not really stopping anyone. But I think that also had to do with the fact that, bro, that whole Wolves team was just feasting. Like you can't put Brown on their stopper because I think they had Brown on McDaniels at some point. Whenever that happened, okay, then Shannon's gonna score, and then if you put him on Shannon, okay, McDaniels gonna score, and then Randall, and then like. I don't know, like Jokic already isn't the best defender, so you got Jamal out there just somehow being a worse defender. It's just no bueno. And then another thing, dude, I don't know if you noticed, they were getting killed on the rebounding game, bro. It's not even that like the Wolves are rebounding per se. It's just like the Nuggets couldn't keep hold of the ball.
Yeah.
Like simple as that. They couldn't secure it. Like they got to it and then it just slips and then. Yeah.
These don't look like a traditional Denver Nugget Nikola Jokic team to me. Something's off. And when I think about it, I always, as you said earlier, I think it might be a coaching thing. Like I just have a hard time believing Mike Malone's letting today's game go. I just don't believe it.
I will say this though, I ain't letting Jokic off the hook though. After it was like game 3 and 4, like I can't let him off the hook because even game 2. But I will say like he was honestly. I think The main issue is that Jokic's 3-pointer was just cooked, like absolutely
Bad,
cooked. So it made things
real
easier
bad.
for everyone
Yeah,
else. And then Gobert just said, "Man, I'm just take away layups the rest of the series." At least is what it felt like to me. So
yeah.
Jokic had to settle for these weird hook shots, which and then
And he
these
has really great touch,
jumpers.
but we just didn't see
Yeah,
that
it just wasn't
until
falling
later
down. Like
on in the
it
series.
happens, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
It happens. Like sometimes you just miss your shots, but then combine that with your three not hitting, and it's like you can't get to the foul line for honestly God knows why. But
yeah.
it's just a bad combination. But I think after Game 6, like historically, this is gonna look way worse for Jamal because like I know you said he was playing inconsistent, but he was an All Star. This was his best regular season like year. He was leading the Nuggets in
The expectations were
I don't
high.
think in points, but you know 25 points per game on almost 50, 40, 90. He almost shot 40% from three. Did he? Dog, he shot 48, 40. He shot 48%, 45%, 88% splits. So he was shooting almost 40%. And then playoffs, you just cut that in
We did
half,
not see that.
especially today.
Yeah, we did not see that out of him. Can I ask you something?
That's almost
Speaking
a 50, 40.
of Jamal Murray, I had made this point during last postseason's run, and I just want to reemphasize this. Do you think that had Aaron Gordon been healthy and Jamal Murray been the one out instead, do you think they go on to win tonight?
A healthier Aaron Gordon?
Yeah.
You know what? I would usually say no, but with how much I believed in Tyus Jones and how good he was doing, like I feel like he was the only. I feel like he was seeing the game. You know, he used to average 9 assists on like one turnover. So whenever he got the ball, I said, "Okay, what do you see? What do you see?" And he was making the right plays a
Yeah.
lot of the time. Sometimes he'd hesitate, but I'm seeing that, and I'm like, man, like he could easily work off, playoff Jokic, but then his defense for some reason was better than Brown's and Jamal's. Like he was navigating screens, and then because he's small, the refs were giving the call every now and then, like on
Yeah,
some
yeah.
random bullshit, which offensive foul, like but because it's like 5'10" or something. But honestly, because I think a healthy Gordon lets them deal with Randall or Nas or literally either of them, and then it gives them more presence inside. Um, are you saying just this game or the entire series?
Uh,
Actually,
it's an
Gordon played a few
elimination
games.
game, so it's really just,
Just this game, yeah, probably. I don't know about Game 7 if they were to keep going, but because they
I've
literally,
just been big on I think Aaron Gordon is more valuable to that team than Jamal Murray.
yeah, it's like Draymond to Clay,
Yeah.
similar stuff. But
Yeah.
we're not going to talk about we're not going to talk about. Are people breaking up with their
Like,
boyfriends as a protest?
oh nah. I'm about to mind my black business, man. I'm
That's
about
for
to
a
mind
different
my.
day. That's for a different
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
But
yeah,
no,
yeah.
what was I saying? No, Gordon is like that impactful. If I'm being honest, like yeah, they probably win tonight. My problem with Jamal is that his best skill is that he's clutch. That is not a skill that should be your best skill. Like I'm inconsistent. Maybe I'll drop 20, maybe I'll drop 30, maybe I'll drop 15, maybe I'll have bad efficiency. Like but his best ability is being clutch. Like he
And
could have gone if
ideally,
he would have clutched up
we
today.
don't need anyone to be clutch. Like ideally, you just have a lead, right?
That's what I'm saying. But this is the game where it's like, okay, Jamal, we could literally put all this to the side if you pop off, and then turnovers, not finding your spots, trying to go at the two best defenders the entire series instead of going after the. I'm still just gonna because I'm seeing how easy every other team does it, and I'm like, bro, Jamal, come on, bro, like stop getting the Jokic pick and roll, get a Cam Johnson pick and roll action going, and then just do something different. Like the two-man game has like years worth of data to go off of, and especially when his three-pointer isn't going, and then Jamal, for some reasons, in between game got cooked a little bit. I don't know, like it just makes things easier. But they probably win today's game with Aaron Gordon, just off the fact that Jamal couldn't play defense. He was their worst offensive player and defensive player. Like he didn't have the least amount of points, but
Yeah.
like if I shoot 20 times and hit four of them, man, like
It's no
ain't
good.
happening.
It's no
But
good. And I want to go to the next topic real quick. You talked a little bit about
yeah.
Nikola Jokic potentially being a DHO merchant. And specifically after games 1 and 2, but just in general, there's been a major talking point that when Nikola Jokic is matched up against other bigs similar in stature and size and can't just spam mismatches, that he's just not nearly as good as we're giving him credit for. And I didn't want to believe it because, well, that would mean I'm wrong. And I hate to admit it, but I think I was wrong about Nikola Jokic. I think we might have given him his keys just a little bit too early.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like the title is the best player in the world, like real all-time great. Obviously, he has the Finals MVP. He has the MVPs. I don't know if he has a scoring title or not. Do you think the conversations we hold him in, we might have just rushed it a little bit?
Well, the thing is, like, his expectations changed after his third MVP and after, like, last season when he averaged a triple-double. Like, now the only thing left for him is just winning championships. Like, that's kind of it. Like, no statistical regular season or just performances in general. Like, I think he set the bar so high that's, like, and he honestly has a stacked resume. And in this era, like, you know, some people are ready to call him top 5 if he wins their championship.
Top 5 what?
Some people. Not player all the time. I said the same thing. I'm like, wait, what? Top 10? Maybe. Maybe top 10. And even then, I'm
those some people.
You're knocking on, he's still knocking on the door. But someone said top 5 if he wins this. I said, oh, man.
Lord
we seem to, yeah, that's why I don't like I don't like the people who are like, the people who don't like Jokic are too heavy on him. And then the people who love him are too, like, forgiving?
Tough on him.
Is that what I'm looking for? Like, there's no balance. Like, there's rarely anyone who's like, like, I'm blaming the series on him, but I'm not going to be like, oh man, this stain on your legacy. Oh, man. It looks bad. Don't get me wrong, but like, you know, Mike MJ had 1995, LeBron had 2011, Curry had 2016. Like, and this is honestly Jokic's first blunder.
Yeah,
and even then,
it's like, really
I still
atrocious series.
Real blunder, but I still think there were somehow players worse than him. So it's kind of like, what am I meant to do here? Like, but no. As for him, it's like, if people think like SGA is the best player in the world, like, let's say he completes the back-to-back championship, I don't have a problem with that. You know, if they think, you know, things like that. I don't think this takes away from like Jokic because we've literally seen him. You know, we've seen what he can do. It just didn't happen this time. And then unironically, you know, honestly, I'm not saying like Gobert did a really good job. I don't know why. It's on Jokic.
That's a good point. I think this should be more of a credit to Rudy Gobert and who he is as a defender than anything. Which leads me to our next talking point. With the Denver Nuggets losing to Minnesota Timberwolves, the Minnesota Timberwolves are now advanced to the second round where they're set to play against the San Antonio Spurs. In which case, we have to now wonder if Rudy Gobert defeats Nikola Jokic and Victor Wembanyama in the same playoff year.
And Chet Holmgren.
And Chet Holmgren. We're going to have to start having some really, really uncomfortable conversations about who he is as a player. What would that mean for Rudy Gobert and his legacy?
Well, it's not just about defeating them. It's about like actually having an impact on the game for once. Because the amount of slander this dude gets, bro, you would think this is Brandon Podziemski, the way he be getting slander. But he like limits Jokic. If he finds a way to limit Wemby, first off, then Jokic doesn't look as bad. Like, you know, with getting slowed down. I think if he can stop Wemby, people would genuinely start like, you know, fully like, you know, giving him his props. Because it's like Jokic, you can argue like, okay, you know. It's just the fact that his type of stature, like he should have been doing this. Like some people are going to argue that, but with Wemby, it's like that's a 2K player, bro. Like,
wait. I want to push back a little bit. How crazy is it that we're asking for a 4-time defensive player of the year? Is it 4-time? I believe it's 4-time. 4-time defensive player of the year. We're telling him, of all people, that we don't respect you quite yet, but if you defeat Victor Wembanyama, the 7'5" Goliath, then we're gonna put some respect on your name. Wemby's an alien.
Bro. He's a freak, player, bro. If he wants that title, think about
Lord have mercy. It's never enough. It's never enough.
Ben Wallace cooked Shaq, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Like, get your stocks up. Hakeem's the best.
Hey! No disrespect to Shaq now, but he's not Victor Wembanyama.
All right, shout out Shaq.
Shout out Shaq, but he's no Victor though.
Wait,
he's no Wemby.
I said 22. I said 2006. I meant 20. It was 2003.
2006. That's
I'm so fried.
That's my boy.
I'm
You see
so
that?
proud. I'm
I
at
don't know if it's on
2000. I'm
camera
at 2000.
today. The D Wade.
Typical Heat fan.
Yeah,
Always
that's my boy D
looking for the
Wade.
days.
The goat.
Man, ain't no D Wade. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. And you see that? Okay, Wilt, Bam, Kobe.
It's Wilt, Bam, and
I
Kobe.
still can't believe that. Sorry, I still can't believe that shit happened. Anyways,
Yeah.
if Gobert can find a way to neutralize Wemby, then we're about to have some fun ass talks. I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
enjoy these talks. I'm gonna
Oh
literally.
yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. X gonna love that. X gonna love
Oh
that.
gosh. Because he needs his props, but this is gonna like solidify. And then he stops Chet Holmgren too. And then what? Who's gonna come out the East? We'll find out. But
Yeah.
anyways, the Wolves again. I would prefer the Nuggets to win just because they're more healthy. But I guess the Wolves is fine, especially if they do this undermanned. It's about to be crazy. But shout out to the T
Yeah.
Wolves actually. Shout out Chris Finch, coach in circles around David Adelman. Undermanned lineup, and he's finding a way to make it work. Like he could have subbed out Shannon,
Yeah.
who's not doing the best defensively, but he kept him in, and then he won them the game. Brooklyn Clark, I think Clark's that's his name. He was a menace on defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Wolves also just played really good with what they had, but again, I also just think the Nuggets just also played doo doo. So
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people were expecting, and the weird thing is, a lot of people were expecting the Nuggets to come back like down 3-1, like this is the easiest 3-1 comeback ever. I agree, but I didn't. I didn't have that much faith in them. Like they won Game 5, and I'm like, okay, that was off of Spencer Jones masterclass, but. Shout out to the T Wolves, man. Shout out to the T Wolves.
Shout out to the T Wolves. Shout out to the Wolves. We do have a lot to get through. So next up, we have the New York Knicks versus the Atlanta Hawks. The Knicks defeat the Hawks 140-89 in a dominating fashion, closing out the series in 6 games, as well as making NBA history with the largest halftime lead in league history, 86-36, a 50-point lead. Let's talk about it.
Why do people keep bringing out on Instagram they keep bringing out the belt gifts? That was not no damn belt. That was a freaking a hanger. That was a wire. That was a bullion.
Man, it was a bazooka, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They got lit up.
That was the chancla, bro. Like I literally just look at the score, 102-52.
No, they was dominating them.
I guess I haven't been paying enough attention to the series. I don't even remember the Knicks winning Game 5.
Oh my god! Oh, keep going.
But I don't even remember the Knicks winning Game 5. If I'm being no signal, just like Dyson Daniels jump shot. Not play. I don't remember them winning Game 5, but again, Jalen Brunson, I think he had 39, but he could have taken those points away. They still would have won. Cat had a triple-double. I think the Knicks are finally playing like how they're supposed to be playing. Hey, get me on the big screen. The real ball talking, Real ball talking.
keep going.
But,
we having technical
no, I think the a Hawks just kind of fooled us, a little bit. Like, they gave us an exciting series, don't get me wrong, but...
Right.
The Knicks, I guess, just used that superstar talent, so it was fine.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I don't have a whole lot to say. It was just a dominant performance. Yeah,
it's not worth talking about. I will say though,
the Hawks'
future bright though. The Hawks' future bright though. Nikhil Alexander-Walker, Dyson Daniels. Who else they got? There's no way my ball knowledge is this limited. Buddy Hield, I think. I forgot he was on the roster. Okongwu, Jalen Johnson. That's all for some reason missing. Like they got a bright future, and their defense is finally solidified without Trae Young. So it's just they got it. My thing is like this is such a bad East that like. The Celtics, despite the fact that they're back, they're going to be fully back next season. Pacers coming back. Hornets looking up. So it's like the East is looking good. The East is finally starting to look good. But shout out to the Hawks.
Shout out to the Hawks, man. Offensively, they could have missed. They did on both sides of the floor. They were clamping up. OG Anunoby had himself 29. Cat had a triple-double. Looking like Jokic out there. He had 10 assists. Off 4 shots. He only made 1 field goal and had 10 points.
The least amount of field goals taken in a triple-double.
Yep, he was against the free throw line. Brunson did his thing. Even Mikal Bridges did his thing. Damn it, this guy's been terrible all season long. He's like kind of Cameron Johnson, maybe even a little bit worse. And then today, even he's scoring the bucket.
Funny enough, they're both from that Suns team who both ended up being in Brooklyn, who both had breakout years in Brooklyn. Brooklyn, the farm system. Oh my god. Oh wait, so who are the Knicks going to face? The winner of? It's Celtics Sixers because
Okay, yeah, that sounds right.
Second, seven. Yeah.
Which is perfect. That's where we're going next. The Philadelphia 76ers defeat the Boston Celtics 106-93, extending their playoff lifespan and forcing a Game 7. Let's talk about it.
No more Joel Embiid slander. That's all I know. Maybe he didn't have the best game today, but last game, the fact that what even was an injury? He could hit a comp. I can't even pronounce it. That's how crazy.
Bro,
it is.
he had his appendix removed just weeks before the series. Right before the play-in began, appendix removal surgery. Just middle of the night. He's out here playing with an open wound in his abdomen. He has polyester wrap holding his abdomen together. That's how much of a dog he is. But no, people want to tell you that we live in a soft generation, that these players are soft. Man, Charles Barkley wasn't doing this.
Exactly. You remember 2024 when he was averaging 27, 12, and 7, averaging more points than minutes, but because of the 65-game rule,
he
missed the game against Denver. Everyone called him out, so he played the next game, and then he had the damn near season-altering injury.
It's crazy.
Like, I'm fine with the 65-game rule, but Embiid, that's a warrior right there.
I think there's some special cases. Yeah. He's different. He's the unluckiest person in the world, by the way. Did you know he started playing basketball in high school?
I thought that was Siakam.
No, that's
maybe both.
Both of them. But Joel Embiid started playing in high school. So it's funny to think about. He was just like the 7-foot dude playing soccer up until then. That's insane. Let's get back to the game. Derek White has been terrible this series. We're gonna talk about JD and Jason Tatum because they played bad as well. But Derek White,
shot ain't falling.
Lord have mercy. And it's troublesome because he's one of those guys where you just always kind of have that feeling that when the going gets tough, he's gonna find a way to win you the game. And the reason why is because his body of work, just time and time again throughout the last couple of years, he just always finds a way to contribute to winning, whether that be steals, blocking shots, offensive rebounds. And then today's the first time that I've been watching a Boston Celtics game where I really feel like, oh, he's not going to bail them out this time. If they're going to win, they're going to have to start finding ways to win without him. JB and Jason Tatum, they can't mess around this time around.
And neither of them dropped 20 even.
Paul George.
Yeah, that's that Paul George, Kelly Olynyk, and who's the other wing putting them in?
Kelly Oubre. But yeah.
Kelly Oubre. No, that go Olynyk?
Yeah, that's great. I kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Guys, I need to get him off the pod. We need to get him off the show.
In my head, I said Oubre too. I don't know why I said Olynyk.
I know what you mean. Kelly
Oubre, PG, they had those boys. Oh man, seeing stars. Embiid also. I know we just big up Embiid as if he didn't just go 6 for 18, but that don't matter. You don't know why? Why is Maxey low key unguardable?
He's him.
That's the fastest man alive. Especially
today,
when
he finished the game with 30 points, 5 assists, and 2 steals. 11 of 22 from the field and 3 of 5 from 3. In an elimination game.
100% from the field. He's always been nice like that, man. Like trailing back to, was it last year when they faced the Knicks or the year before that?
Jeez, I don't remember. It might be the year before. I think it might have been the year before. No, it was last year. I'm tripping.
Maxey's always been nice like that, and I feel bad for Heat fans because they didn't draft him.
You know, if I was a Heat fan, I'd find this extremely offensive. But glory be to God, I've rid myself of that terrible franchise, terrible fan base, terrible community.
Amen.
I'm now with the Seattle SuperSonics, as I've told you guys. I announced that in one of my previous videos. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I'm a Seattleite. That's what we do here. Yeah.
They had a 3-1 lead, and in the blink of an eye, it's just gone. I still remember when they won Game 3, JT had that ice cold 3. It had Eric Collins with the, what? Oh, my God. I still remember Eric Collins, doing that call. Tatum had his own celebration. I was like, man, this dude just tore his Achilles, and he came back. He's only played 16 regular season games. Little Tatum, I really felt, stuff like that. I think Tatum's overhated, by the way.
That was game 2? Whoa, why do we just...
That was game 3.
Made a jump here.
I think Tatum's overhated, by the way.
Overhated? Oh, I heard that you said overrated. Okay, yeah. I think it's overhated, too. It's really weird.
If he wasn't injured, I'd still have him top 5.
If he was what?
If he didn't get injured and he had a season like how he did last year or the year before that or even the year before that, I would have probably still had him top 5.
No, that's fair.
He would have been the gatekeeper. How everyone's crowning Wemby top 5 right now, or crowning just
Yeah.
about anyone now. Like,
He has
Tatum's
the
the
body of work for
gatekeeper
it.
to me.
Yeah. He has a resume, man.
Exactly.
He has a hell of a resume at a young ass age too. The conference
He has
final
3,000
appearance, the
playoff wins.
finals. Huh?
He passed Bill Russell and was it Robert Parrish or George John Havlicek, one of the two for most playoff points as a Celtics. He has 3,000,
Yeah. I'm not surprised. He's incredible.
but he didn't really show up today. You know, it's fine. There's always Game 7, but you start to hit the panic button. Jaylen Brown, alleged MVP, also just not doing the best. But you're right though. Derek White's like his defense is like nice, but it's like his shot isn't. It's just not going down. He's
It's
supposed to be.
bad.
He's literally meant to be the perfect 3 and D, but maybe it's the lack of a point guard that's like an actual point guard. Because when they had Drew Holiday can initiate. Derek White can just focus on the intangibles, but he has to
Yeah.
facilitate. He has to be the primary ball handler. I think it's just taking a toll. Like not an actual toll, but
Yeah.
could be
I
costing
think
him
so
a little
too.
bit.
I think we're asking a little too much of him. He's already such a workhorse. I mean, the guy gets like if
No,
you
no,
look
no,
at
no.
the
I still remember. Fuck that. I still remember he was in All Star talks. I still remember those days. JJ Redick over here saying, "Man, this is the
that's
All
kind of
Star."
crazy.
Granted, I thought it was kind of fun. I thought it was peak. I thought it was
That's
nice,
kind of
but
wild. I don't want it.
man,
Man, if I ever see Derek White in an All Star jersey, I'm about to riot. I'm not gonna lie. I
I
don't
mean,
want to
we
see
already
that.
saw Jalen Duren. We already saw Jalen Duren as an All Star. At
I
this
prefer
point,
that, bro. I'll take Norman Powell over him. I'll take Norman Powell as All
same.
Star.
Back. Yep.
No, but back to Philadelphia. A big question about the Sixers all season long has been with Embiid missing so many games with load management, and he's one of those rare cases where his load management is actually extremely valid. Like he has a lot of proof of that. What we've seen what happens when he plays 65 games, and I don't want to see that again. It's not good. The guy developed Bell's palsy in the playoffs. He had a paralysis in his
This
face.
dude has have face structures too, like
Meniscus tears,
fractures.
all sorts of things. He broke his left orbital bone, broke his right orbital bone, towards meniscus again. It gets really scary. But anyways, with him missing so many games, we start to question come playoff time, how would they look with him alongside VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey and Paul George? Because Maxey and VJ Edgecombe had developed a little bit of chemistry.
VJ Edgecombe,
They're
by the
faster,
way.
twitchy players. He's a hell of a player. And they like to play quick. And in game, what was it? Game 5? Well, that's the one that they lost, right? Yeah, game 5. Yeah, game 5.
No, because they
Embiid's
would have been
first
out.
game back? Or was that game 4?
His first game back was game 4, and they lost. And they were saying,
Okay, yeah, in
it
game
was on
4,
him because he's taking away touches. But
Right. Yeah.
Haven't heard
In
of
game
shit.
4, he was taking away touches, but the big thing was he's a back to the basket player. He that's where he really strives, and so it slows down the offense. And Maxey and Edgecombe had really played their best, fast playing in transition, like Indiana Pacers style of play. And then I think Nick Nurse just did really a hell of a job making the adjustments, because this time around we got to see Edgecombe and Maxey push the pace, but we also simultaneously got to see Joel Embiid put his back to the basket. Post fade on Nemius Queta off his left, attacking the paint, getting to the free throw line. I think we got to see a little bit of everything, and the icing on the cake was Paul George. Man, Paul George, 23, 4, 3, 8 of 17 from the field, 5 3-pointers.
and incredible defense. Like every time they tried to get close, he hit a shot, and then he got to stop. Just simple two-way stuff. Like this is what they wanted for him. They didn't need smooth operator PG. Just solid, foundational, consistent PG.
Yeah.
Funny enough, we should have made this a topic. Am I crazy? I think if you would have swapped Jamal Murray and Tyrese Maxey, both sides would benefit. Like playstyle wise. Am I crazy?
Jamal Murray and Tyrese Maxey.
Because I feel like having someone that fast for Jokic will just get more options, especially when Tyrese Maxey is going off that DHO and just exploding to the rim. Whereas with Jamal, him and Embiid could just take turns, as you said, Embiid the back to the basket guy, through and through. I'm not saying Jokic isn't, but
Yeah.
with Jamal, maybe he just works better with a pure scorer. I don't know. Maybe there's something that came to mind, but I don't know.
That's
Just
interesting.
theory, but
In an alternate
I
reality.
don't know. Maybe. Yeah, but we have a game 7.
Game
This
7.
is the most game 6s there's ever been in the first round. By the way, if
I
you
love
didn't
it.
know.
By the way, you called Lakers Rockets game 7, and I hope it happens. We have a chance for it. I just want to see as many game 7s as possible. Selfishly, I have no stake in the matter. I'm a
That's what I
Sonics
was
fan.
saying.
They don't exist yet. I want to see as many game
what I was
7s as
saying.
possible. That's what
You
I
know,
want to see.
that's why I wanted that. I wanted the Hawks to win. I wanted the Nuggets to win, and I wanted Okay, I hope Detroit wins as well. But it's just like this. Like these playoffs have been really good. Like I
Truly.
hate to say it, like, they've just been incredibly good. Injuries. I don't like how much they derailed. Like some teams, but it's just been nice. I almost forgot the Suns and Trailblazers were here, but here we are. The East is like fully competitive. But as for this series, I can't wait for Game 7. I'm definitely going to stay tuned. Going to stay tapped
Yeah.
in. This is usually, Now I will say, I think this will be the first time the Sixers beat the Celtics in the Jason Tatum and Embiid era. Because they always ran into it. You know how there was a rivalry between like Bucks, Heat, Celtics. I feel like people forget the Sixers were there. They just
They
always
were
lose to
in
the
the
Celtics.
in.
Like,
They were involved in there. Yeah, them and Celtics
yeah, they always
especially.
lose to the Celtics. But yeah,
Yeah,
I hope that Game 7 goes well. But
yeah. The games today were
what about
good.
games tomorrow? What about games tomorrow? You want to make some predictions?
Oh man, we're running a little short on time, but let's see what do we got.
Ooh. Let me just make some quick ones. We got Orlando versus Pistons. Orlando's up 3-2. First off, 45 to 45. Ooh, 45 bang for bang. Ooh. Play the song. Play the song.
Orlando Magic.
Magic.
Orlando Magic.
Orlando Magic. Just play the song. That's it.
It's so
I
fire.
got the Magic closing it out. But hey, if the Pistons win, shout out to them. We get a game
I
7.
gotta go Magic too. I'm not gonna lie. I just want my boy Banchero.
Yep.
Just because they don't belong to be there. That's a real 8 seed. Makes no
Someone
sense.
said it feels more like a 4 or 5 seed matchup. I said, man, shut your ass up.
Nah, bro, let's not do that. It's just not. The only reason it feels that way is because they play the exact same. Cavs Raptors. Let's go first.
Raptors. Oh wait, but who's injured by the way? Who just got injured for the Raptors?
I got the Cavs, bro. I got the Cavs.
But who just got injured for the Raptors?
I'm looking at the
But
injury
yeah,
report. I don't see him.
is Scotty Barnes injured?
I see Ingram with the heel, but his game time decision. Quickly's obviously
Okay.
saw with the hamstring, and what's his name? Chucky Hepburn, the guard, is out with the knee injury.
Damn. And the Cavs are still gonna lose? Crazy.
Oh, they're about to win, bro. I'm gonna be honest. You know what? Because Brandon Ingram's not playing. No, let me not hate. Let me not be a hater.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Let me not hate. I like Ingram. It's just he's just been bothering me.
This
This
is
series.
averaging 18 on 33%, 38 splits.
Yeah,
He's selling.
he's selling. All right, next Lakers Rockets because I'm sleepy.
Rockets.
I gotta go Lakers, bro.
You're gonna go Lakers, but you want the Rockets to win.
I want the Rockets. I want the Game 7.
Oh wait, no. I think
Because if it's Game 7, KD probably plays. Game 6, I don't know if KD plays still.
KD plays. I got Lakers. You don't want to see KD play? Nah, bro. Come on, lock in, bro.
This guy's wild.
Come on, trust me.
Yeah.
We're talking
No, on a real note, though, I got the
Don't-
Lakers, man. Austin Reeves back. I feel like that last game, they got a little complacent. JJ Redick was probably on their ass the last couple days, just being obnoxious, and he's pretty good at
On the
that.
contrary,
I
I
believe
think-
they're gonna call it back.
And on the contrary, I think Ime Udoka has been on their ass for the past 2 weeks with this 3-0 lead. I got the Rockets. And make sure KD don't come back. Make sure KD don't come back.
All right, as you guys can see,
You wanna know, but you wanna know why? Do you wanna know why? Oh, one thing. As much as I want the Rockets to win, I'm not ready for that LeBron slander. Like, I'm not the biggest guy on LeBron, but that LeBron slander is gonna be so unnecessary. But last thing. Let the old heads tell it in 10 years from now. They're gonna say KD wiped the floor with LeBron this series. You let them say it? He bitched LeBron to a 3-0 lead. Yeah, he was doing all that work. Only played 2 games.
if it goes to 7, I think
Rockets
KD will
7.
play. But even if I got Lakers regardless.
Whoa. If it goes to 7 and KD plays, I got Lakers in 7. My fault.
He will play. There's no way he doesn't play Game 7.
I hope he doesn't.
I bet you he will.
It's just common denominator, Like if he had 9 turnovers in game 1, like can't work past the double team. I think the Lakers need to make their shooters shoot, and then they'll win. If not, Rockets in 7. If KD comes back in game 7, Lakers in 7.
Also, Game 7 would be in Los Angeles.
No shit. Oh my gosh. Here we go.
Trying to tell you guys, this is obvious. The Lakers were the higher seed. I don't know what this dude is talking about.
I'm trying to make a point that the Rockets haven't performed well in LA. So in a game 7 elimination situation, and we also recognize that role players play well at home as opposed to away. Luke Kennard might go off.
Luke Kennard, man, that's crazy.
Man, I'm taking my ass to sleep, bro. I still gotta edit this shit. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Matthew. This is Robi Report. This is my cousin Matt. He doesn't know ball very well, as you can see. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Peace.